Well, hi, hello, and welcome to this week's video where I'm going to share 10 actions that you can do to be selling your artwork on Facebook. Now, I know before a lot of you say, but I'm not on Facebook. Make sure to check out this video that I did before with Facebook top tips for artists. And in there, we're talking about if you've discovered that your ideal audience is on Facebook, then likely you need to be too. And in that video, I've got you started with the bigger picture of all the things you need to do in order to grow your Facebook presence. But today, we're diving that little bit deeper and we're looking at how you can actually sell your art products and services via your Facebook business page. If you're new to this channel, then super welcome. I hope you love the content. And if you do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. All right, so we're talking specifically about selling your artwork or art services over on Facebook. We're going to assume that you've listened to that previous video, there's a link also in the description below, and that you have fully optimized your Facebook page, not your profile, and that you are ready to go for this section. So number one, you need to set up your page shop via Commerce Manager. And I know that's where a lot of you are like, oh no, I don't understand all of that. But I promise you, the more you use it, the clearer it will become. Now, here's a little caveat here. In the US, you can have your checkout direct on Facebook. That hasn't spread around the world at point of shooting this video. So in other countries, you still need a third-party e-commerce site that people are going to go to. So for example, I have WooCommerce where my art sits on a WordPress website. Others of you will have Shopify or Squarespace or Etsy. It needs to be a recognized platform, a Facebook recognized platform. They are linked with all the big ones and it will just link straight through to your website. Step number two, you need to create product catalogs right there in your Facebook shop. And again, depends on which e-commerce platform you've got, but sometimes this will kind of all do it for you in the back end of that website, and the two things will all speak to each other, and before you know it, your products will be live on the Facebook page. So you need to follow the instructions for whichever platform you have, so that basically you have your shop set up and people can see the products that you have on your e-commerce store direct onto Facebook. Okay, so once you have your page actually set up for shopping, then you need to start some of this consistent action. So consistency is one of my very favorite words, and we know that any type of marketing or running any type of business, specifically your art business, that consistency is key. So here you need to create a consistent posting schedule. So you need to come up with ideas of what you're going to be posting on a day-by-day basis onto your page. Is it going to be a behind the scenes? Are you going to do a live video? Are you going to upload perhaps a time lapse or pre-recorded video? Perhaps you're going to share some resources or a blog that you've written or a YouTube video that you've taken. You need to build that page with really high quality content that your audience is going to love to look at and of course engage with. Leave those important comments below. Number four, as I did mention in the previous video, we have this wonderful piece of real estate right across the top of your page, the timeline image. So use this, think of it as a marketing banner. So you could create a lovely branded page header that gives the overall look and feel and has got your logo and some images, some work, and of course a call to action on it. So you can have that that's running all the time, but then every time you have an exhibition or a special offer or something happening, you could put a little banner across that, or you could change the copy on the header just to let people know what's happening. And it's also quite nice to change it up every few months as well, so people get used to seeing something different. But the most important part of using that top section of your Facebook page is of course the call to action button. So right now you need to be thinking about, well, what do I want my customer to do, or my potential customer? They've landed on my page, they've followed the page, they're liking the content. Now what would I like them to do? Do I want them to go to my website? Do I want them to join my mailing list? Yes, 100%. Do I want to start a conversation in Messenger with them? That's also a great thing. What do you actually want them to do? Perhaps you've got that shop set up and perhaps you've got another shop set up somewhere else. So perhaps you've got your shop on your Facebook page, but you've also got, I don't know, perhaps you've got an Etsy store as well. So maybe you'll say, hey, go to my shop. So don't forget, if you've got the shop set up on the Facebook page, you can actually send people direct to the shop section. So it depends what you want people to do. What is the next step? Now you've got to think that if somebody's landed on the page for the first time, are they ready to shop? Or would it be better to A, have a conversation with them, or B, entice them onto your mailing list where you can build that trust and connection? If you're not sure about the mailing list scenario, check out this video that talks to you about why you need to have a mailing list for your art business, and there'll also be a link below this video as well. So number 5, in building this consistent content, again, as I've previously mentioned, we really want to focus on video. Now at the moment, it looks like around a 3-minute video is optimal. People are watching about 3 minutes. So bear this in mind. If you're going to film what you're doing in the studio and it's 25 minutes long, likely people are not going to watch that. But maybe you could edit that into several smaller videos, and it would just put a 3-minute video up one day and then another part 2 and then part 3 and part 4. And maybe people will see it as a kind of mini series. So get creative. 3 minutes is not very long. You could do some things in there, and you could maybe even have a 1-minute video or something super short and sweet. But you definitely want to focus on that video content for your business page. Okay, number 6, don't forget that hashtags are now working on Facebook, and they have been for a while. So a bit like Instagram or YouTube or any other platform, really, Pinterest, all of them, they all use hashtags. Hashtags, remember, group things together and help people find your content. So anything you're going to be putting on that page, make sure to do a little bit of research, and Facebook's going to help you. So think about one of your core hashtags you use on Instagram, start typing that in, and Facebook will give you a nice little list of suggestions as well. You can use the same ones or you can change it up. Now you're not going to use 30 here, but you could use a few. And then after a while, if you're curious and you want to do some research, then just search for that hashtag on your home page of Facebook and see what other content is coming up. And again, let's make sure that you're optimizing those hashtags as well. So number 7, we're going to use some Facebook ads to just promote some of your products. Of course, Facebook would love to help you do that. And as long as you're using Business Manager, and again, don't get tempted with that boost button, because all we're doing is boosting somebody's wallet over there. You want to make sure that you set your ads properly up in your Business Manager. And again, there's a lot of help out there that will help you do that. And Facebook also is very keen to assist you, of course, to promote your products and make more sales on your business page. So you've got the shop set up, why not take it to the next step and run a promotion? Maybe you could say, hey, shop open for the next 48 hours, you get 10% off all my products or something like that. Or you just want to get awareness of the shop, and you start picking, maybe each week you pick a different product and you promote that out on an ad campaign. Get excited, because there are so many different things that you can do actually within the Facebook platform. Sometimes I think that every time I go on, there's a new thing and a new thing. There's Creator Studio that nobody's really using, but it's actually great because you can schedule posts right in there, sitting within the whole Facebook kind of folder of items. Join some niched groups as your page. So, for example, if you are selling, this is particularly great if you're selling art services. So maybe you teach, you run workshops, and you're thinking about, okay, I run, let's use my classic example, watercolor for beginner workshops, and I know that there are some artists, there's some Facebook groups with amateur artists in looking to learn more skills and kind of up-level what they're already doing. So maybe by joining that group as my business page, I can then help people out. I can leave helpful comments, not go in there and promote unless you're given permission to by the group, but you can just go in there, add value, like and comment and engage and get conversations going. And after a while, people will start to think, well, who is this person? They'll come and look at your page and go, oh, that's great. That's exactly what I need. I'll follow her, I'll follow that page. All right, so again, all of this takes a little bit of work, but as we know, you're going to be rewarded by your consistency, and the effort that you put in equals what you get out. Number 9, using stories. Now, a lot of these things are things that I've already talked about in the previous video, but when you do this with an aim for selling, then you're using the story in perhaps a slightly different way. Whereas when you're thinking about a general Facebook kind of strategy, you want to be putting stories up maybe about your journey and what you're doing. But off your page, you can put stories, and you want to be thinking about well, okay, I'm leading up to a promotion or a launch, or I've got something going on, I've got a workshop running, or I've got an exhibition coming. So you want to be a little bit more strategic and, of course, a little bit more I don't want to use the word salesy. I don't want you to be put off by that word, but that's actually what we're doing here. We're looking to build the page so that you can sell more of what you've got via Facebook. And that's perfectly okay. So think about what are things that your customers would like to know about leading up to an event. So, okay, I've got Open Studio coming up again in October. If I'm going to run stories on my Facebook page, then I might be thinking about, hey, 1 week to go, don't forget to check out the trail brochure, and you can access it over here. 9 days to go. Don't forget, we've got free parking at all the venues. Download the map, the trail map. Then I might go 8 days to go. Wow, we're thinking about hanging. Check out our little video that shows the house before and after. It's not difficult, but you want to think about what is going to take that potential customer along the journey to want to then turn up at that event. Excited? I think you should be. Are we ready for number 10? There needs to be a drum roll because this is just fantastic and I'm not seeing anybody do it at the moment. I'm sure there's some of you out there who are going to say, I'm doing it, I've done it, in which case I want to hear from you in the comments below. On your page, you can now go live and tag products from your shop. So imagine you're doing a virtual exhibition, and during the virtual exhibition, you're doing a tour around your studio. And then you can, of course, you say, oh, I'm now going to give you a little bit background to this painting, for example, and you can now tag it on the live, and people can go straight away and buy it right there in real time. For me, I think this doesn't get any better, all right? What have we had? 18 months of COVID. People have been at home. All they've been able to do is, spend their lives on the computer or on the phone. People still want to buy art. People are buying art now more than ever. People are doing e-learning and accessing courses and learning new things online now more than ever. This has got to be the ultimate thing you can do on your Facebook page, all right? So remember, you've got to have your shop set up. You've got to have your catalog all there. It's all got to be linked to your e-commerce platform, unless you're luckily in the US, in which case your customers can check out right there. You've got to get the consistency of your Facebook post. You're going to focus on video anyway. Then why not set up an event? Use stories to let people know that the event is coming, and then tag your products while you are going live. Oh my goodness me, if that's not got your artistic and creative juices flowing, I don't know what will. So let's get loving Facebook again, and let me know, as I say, in the comments if this is something you're already doing, you want to do, or you're kind of reinvigorated about Facebook. So what should you do now with all this information? I want you to choose 1 or 2 things that you can action right away. And rather than thinking, oh my goodness me, I've got a list of 10, I won't do anything. We're all about action. We love people to take action. So choose 1 or 2 of the items, maybe listen to the video again and think, okay, I'm just going to do that one. Action that item so that you can move yourself and your art business forwards. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really grateful. I'm always grateful to my subscribers. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.